Sure. So today we'll see the problems on oscillation topic. So they have more than 15 problems, but some problems are very simple. So today we'll see the problems based on the oscillation topic. Okay. Sure. Let's start with the first one. In SI unit, the differential equation of SHL is in this format: del square x by dt square is equal to minus 36x. This is a acceleration. See, so we need to solve this sum and find the frequency and the period, the W and P. Now, what is the given? Given is a d square x by dt square is equal to minus 36x. So 36, if I shift on the LHS, so what will happen? Del square x by dt square plus 36x is equal to 0. Now, if you compare this formula with, if you compare this with d square x plus dt square plus w square x, it's not a w, it's omega. Omega square x is equal to 0. So by comparison, by comparing equation 1 with 2, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If you compare, what is the value of w square or omega square is 36. Sure. So what is your omega? It's a 6. And what is unit? Radians per second. So this part is over. Now we need to find the frequency in period. So omega is equal to 2 pi n. N is the frequency. So n is equal to omega upon 2 pi. So that is 6 upon 2 pi. So what is your answer? That is 3 by pi. That is a 3 upon 3.142. So if you solve by using log table, now you will get the answer 0.955 hertz, because it's a frequency. So n is how much? 0.955 h. उसके बाद what we need to find? We need to find time. So यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ at the time here. Now what is the time period? It's a 1 upon frequency. Frequency का reciprocal. This is 1 upon 0.955. So if you take a reciprocal of 0.955, or you can also do same thing. See, 0.95 का किसका आंसर है? 3.14253. So ये क्या होगा? It will become ये किसका आंसर है? 3 upon 3.142. So this is 3.142 divided by 3. So either you can this one or this one. The answer is 1.057. This is your answer. Okay, simple. So this is for 2 marks. That's simple. Okay, let's go for the second one. At what distance from the beam position, if its kinetic energy of a particle performing SHL of amplitude is 8 centimeter and 3 times of the potential energy. Okay, so just so what is the given? The kinetic energy and potential energy in दोनों में the ratio is how much? That is at 3 times. So we can say the kinetic energy is 3 times of the potential energy. Okay, so this point is there. So kinetic energy is the 3 times of the potential energy. And what is the next parameter is given? So the next parameter is given mean position. So at what distance from its mean position, kinetic energy is 3 times of the potential, and amplitude is given, that is 8 centimeter. Okay, so let's solve it. So what is the given here? The given is, that is the amplitude. Amplitude is how much? That is the 8 centimeter. Okay, let's start. So what is the given here? So amplitude is given, that is 8 centimeter. Okay, and what is the ratio? That kinetic energy is 3 times of potential energy. Here we get. We want it to find. That is the distance. That is x. X parameter. So let's go for the solution. So we know that kinetic energy is equal to 3 times of potential energy. So what is the formula of kinetic energy? Will be pata hona chahiye. But kinetic energy is a half m omega square a square minus x square is equal to 3 times of what is the potential energy? It's a half m omega square x square. So कौन-कौन से पैरामीटर कैंसिल हो गए? This half get cancel, m get cancel, omega square cancel, half m square omega square cancel. So what is the remaining? A square minus x square, and that is equal to 3x square. So if I shift this 3x over this side, it will become 3x squared plus x squared. That will become 4x squared. So the amplitude is how much? Its amplitude is 4x squared. So what is x squared? It's a squared by 4. A is how much? 8. So 8 divided by 4. So that is a 2 only. So it's 8 square. Sorry. This one is 8 square. No? So 8 square is by 4. So it is how much? 64 by 4. And that is equal to 16. So this is x square. You know what is x? 16 ka square. That is 4 centimeter. So if you require this thing, how much displacement or how much distance you should travel, that is a 4 centimeter. Simple tha. It will follow 2 marks. Okay? Simple tha. But you should know this formula. Then only you can solve. This is 4 centimeter. Okay? Sure. Let's see the next one. A needle of a sewing machine moves along the path of amplitude of 4 centimeter with the frequency of 5 hertz. The amplitude and the frequency both are given, and find its acceleration of 1 by 30 seconds. So at a particular time is how much given? 1 by 30 seconds. Across this question. So we need to find the acceleration. You have to find out the acceleration. Let's say that is a given from the question. Amplitude is how much? 4 centimeter. Frequency is how much? 5 hertz. And time is how much? You have to write the time. Time is 1 by 30 seconds. Okay, let's go for this solution. Now, what is to find first? To find is acceleration. So how to find the solution? See, first of all, what is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to a omega square sine omega t. See, we know a. Directly, we don't know what is omega. We know the t. So first, we need to find the omega. How to find omega? Omega is a 2 pi n. So it's a 2 into 3.142 into 5. So if you multiply all the parameters now, or you have to choda to be no need to write pi, it's pi only. So 2 pi into 5. So that is a 10 pi radians per second. So now if you put the values, so a is equal to, small a is equal to, this is 4, omega square is a 10 square pi square. If you open it, it will become 100 square pi square. So it will become 100 into pi square, 3.142 pi square. Sure. Then what is the next thing? Next one is one more thing. This is in the 4 centimeter, and everyone is the assigned. So you can convert it to 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. So you have the extra parameter क्या होगा? So you become 10 raised to minus 2. So this is 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is the 10 pi square 100 into 3.142 into 3.142 2 times. And sine 10 pi, and t is 1 by 30. Sure. So this all parameters you need to do the multiplication. You have to multiplication करना पड़ेगा. Simple में करके देता हूँ. So this is 10 raised to minus 2. This is 100. Get cancelled. So it will become 4 into 3.142 3.142 sine. This will become pi by 3. And sine pi by 3 is how much? That is sine 60. And sine 60 is how much? Root 3 by 2. So आपको root 3 by 2 लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay. And if you solve this one, so what is the final answer? So the final answer is a 34.19 meter per second square. So this is the answer. क्या answer? 34.90 meter per second square. तो calculation को करना पड़ेगा. Simple है. 4 into 3.142 3.142, and this is root 3 by 2 से divide होगा. Root 3 is how much? 1.72. And एक value याद रखो always. जगह 2 3 value that you should remember. So what are the values? Like a pi square. The pi square ka value is 9.87. So we need to multiply everything. So pi square is how much? This one. Root 3 is how much? 1.732. Root 2 is how much? 1.414. 1 by root 2 is how much? 0.707. Here, few value you should note. Okay? Sure. So let's move to the next one. So particle is a performing a linear section of a period 2 pi seconds. So here time is given. Period दिया ना, मतलब time period is given. It is a 2 pi second. ठीक है? About the mean position O is observed to have a speed of b root 3. So velocity कितना है? b root 3 meter per second. ठीक है? When a distance b from O, so 0 position से ये b position तक गया. Okay? And यहाँ पे speed कितना है? b root 3. If the particle is moving away from 0 at that instant, find the time required for the particle to travel further distance b. तो यहाँ से again it will go b. So total distance is how much? 2b. So how much distance to travel? 0 to b, again b. So it will be 2b. So what is the distance? So distance is x is equal to 2b. We can say meter. We need to find, क्या find out करें? We need to find the time required, that is small. Okay. So let's go for the solution. So how to find a solution? We need to find the time. Find the time required for the particle to travel further distance. So 0 से ये b तक गया. This is time 1, and b से again b गया. So this is time 2. So we need to find t1 minus t2. इन दोनों में difference कितना है? t1 to t2. So we need to find the distance. इन दोनों we need to find the time required between these two. What they required? Further travel किया b distance. उसका कितना time? So 0 to b required t1, and here we require t2. Okay, so we need to find t2 minus t1. So क्या find out करें? That is a t2 minus t1. दोनों टाइप का डिफरेंस. So let's see. So how to find? First we need to find t1 and t2. Let's go. So how to find this one? Let's see. See, velocity is equal to a omega cos omega. Velocity पता है? Yes. Amplitude पता है? Answer is no. Amplitude नहीं पता है. Then omega पता है? नहीं, but we can find t भी नहीं पता. So this is for the initial, because initial velocity कहाँ से कहाँ तक गया? 0 to b ना. That means the time is t1. Okay. So यहाँ पे time t1 we can find. So for this formula, we should require some points. First of all, you require a. First of all, you require omega. See, so what is your omega? Let's find it. So omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. So you know the t. So 2 pi upon 2 pi. So that is 1 radian per second. Omega to मिल गया. Let's go for the a. See, v is equal to omega into square root of a square minus x squared. So if I want to a, so we can take square on both sides. Okay. So what is a square minus x squared? It's a v square upon omega square. Sure. So what is a v square? It's a v 3v square. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 3v square. This is 1 only. So 1 square is 1. So what is the a square minus x square? It's a 3v square. यहाँ पे लिखते हैं. So a square minus x square is equal to 3v square. So what is a square? A square is a 3v square plus x square. X is how much? See, this velocity is a belong. This velocity is a belong when you're traveling from 0 to b. 0 to b travel करते time, what is the distance? Distance is x. तो यहाँ पे x is b only. B, because 0 to b it's just 20. So b square plus b square. ये total distance है. Here we are writing just 0 to b. So this will become 4b square. So what is your a? A is a 2b. So what is your a? A is a 2b. So a भी मिल गया, omega मिल गया, सब कुछ मिल गया. So let's find. So why? Now your formula is v is equal to a omega cos omega t. So we need to find the cos omega t. It is v upon a. So v is how much? b root 3. A is 2b, omega is 1. So v get cancelled. It's root 3 by 2. So omega t क्या है? That is a cos inverse root 3 by 2. So cos का value root 3 by 2 का पता है? When you have 30 degree. So 30 मतलब pi by 6. So t is equal to This omega t is 1 na? Omega is 1, so no it changes. So this is p1 because the velocity kahan pe hai? 0 to p, that is the p1. So p1 is a pi by 6 second. So p1 will get pi by 6 second. Let's go for the second one. The total displacement kitna hai? 0 to b and again b to b. So total kitna hai? That is a 2b. To travel this 2b, what is the distance? What is the time? 2t. Sorry, t2. So what is x? X का formula क्या है? X is equal to a sin omega t. Sure. What I require? Sin omega t. So x by a. Now total distance कितना है? 2b. A कितना है? 2b. This is 1. Sin का value 1 कब होगा? Sin inverse 1. When it's 90, that is pi by 2. Now this omega is 1. So t2 is pi by 2. So t2 is a total 0 to b and b to b. So this total time is pi by 2. What we require? 0 to b and b to b. We require this one. This time is a t1. This total time is a t2. So मुझे क्या find out करना है? This region. That is a t2 minus t1. So time is t2 minus t1. That is pi by 2 minus pi by 6. So if I change it, so it's a 3 pi. This will become 4 pi. So answer is a pi by 3 second. So what is a t2 minus t1? This is a pi by 3 second. So t2 minus t1 is a pi by 3 second. Khadam. It's a bigger one. It will be for 3 marks. 3 marks. Let's see the next one. So displacement of an oscillating particle is given by this one. X is equal to a sin omega t plus b cos omega t, where a, b, and omega are constant. Over that the particle performs a linear SHM with amplitude. See. So initially the point is here, then it travels the distance a. Say a travel here. Then it travels the p. So if you join this point, hypotenuse क्या होगा? By using Pythagoras, it's a square plus b square and square. A square plus b square. This point will be theta. So from this trigonometry, what is your sin theta? What is your sin theta? So sin theta is b upon square root of a square plus b square. And what is your cos theta? Cos theta is a upon square root of a square plus b square. Okay? यहाँ तक तो पता चला. Then what is the x? See, उन्होंने x क्या दिया? X is a sin omega t plus b cos omega t. Now from the given one, what is a? A is cos theta into root a square plus b square. So I can write root a square plus b square into cos theta into sin omega t. What is a b? Root a square plus b square into sin theta cos omega t. So if I take root a square plus b square common, so अंदर क्या बाकी है? That is a cos theta sin omega t plus sin theta cos omega t. See देखो sin a cos b, sin b cos a. So this is like sin a plus b का formula. So you can write sin a plus b. Okay. So here is a few part. So this part will represent sin a plus b का formula. This part. So what is our x? This will represent sin a plus b. This will be sin a plus b. So what is a? We can say omega t. This is t. This is theta. Okay. Now if you compare, we know one formula. The one formula is x is equal to a sin omega t plus y. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. So if you compare both the one, you compare both the equation. So by comparing equation 1 and 2, so what is your a? A is square root of a square plus b square. Correct? So what is your a square plus b square? Correct? Who that the particle performs amplitude this one. Correct? Simple, na? This is for the 2 marks. Let's move for the next one. The period of oscillation of body of mass m1 is subtended from the light screen. It's a t. Okay. Then उन्होंने बोला कि when a body of mass 2 is tied to the first body and the system is made to oscillate in the period is t. So this is ceiling and this is one of the body of mass m1. And how much time is required? That is a t. इस body को और एक mass connect किया मैंने m2. In that time the mass will become time is required 2t. That is second case. First case there is only mass 1 times t1 times t. Second both are there m1 m2 and then time is 2t. Then they tell you what is the ratio of compare the m1 and m2. Okay, let's see. So the first condition, so we can say given. So in a case 1, so we can make a block. Mass and time period. And this one is a case 1 and this is a case 2. Okay. So in the case 1, the mass is m1. So in the case 1, mass is m1. And in the case 2, the mass is m1 plus m2. Not only m2. Okay. So many students will think the mass is m2. M1 and M2 dono. See, when a body of M2 is tied to the first body. So in the first case M1, the second case is M1 plus M2. In the previous one, it's a T and now it's a 2T. Here. And what we need to find? We need to find the ratio of M1 and M2. Here we should find out. Okay, let's go for the solution. See, in the first case, we know the formula T is equal to 2 pi root of M by K. So in the first case, the formula, this will become M1. The second case, this will become 2T 2 pi square root of M1 plus M2 divided by K. So if you divide both the one, things, so क्या होगा? T upon 2T square root of M1 divided by M1 plus M2. Sure. So this T and T get cancelled. So what is your answer? 1 by 2. And if I take a square root, मैंने इसको भी यहाँ पे शिफ्ट किया, तो what is your answer? The answer is इसका square, that is 1 by 4 M1 plus M2. Sure. यहाँ तक तो आ गया. So if I cross multiply, M1 plus M2 यहाँ पे जाएगा, this 4 will go here. So the cross multiply, it will become M1 plus M2 is equal to 4 M1. So what is M2? 4 M1 minus M1. That is M2 is equal to 3 M1. So what is the M1 upon M2? Okay, M2 यहाँ पे गया, this 3 will go here. It's 1 by 3. So what is the ratio between M1 and M2? It's 1 by 3. This is also positive 2 marks, which we need. Okay, let's go for the next one. A two parallel sections represented by x1 and x2 are superimposed on the particle and then determine the amplitude and epoch of the resultant section. So what is the given? So this is x1. See, formula is x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi. So if you compare this thing, what is your a1? A1 is a 5, and what is your a2? A2 is a 3. Both are in centimeter. And what is a phi 1? This phi 1 is a pi by 3, and this phi is pi by 2. These are the key. What we need to find? We need to find the resultant amplitude, and we need to find the epoch of the resultant section. We need to find phase. This one. So let's find it. See, what is the resultant amplitude? This one is a1 square plus a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos phi 1 minus phi 2. So for this one you require log table. So a1 is how much? Pi square. A2 is how much? 3 square. This is 2 into 5 into 3. So phi 1 minus phi 2, that is the pi by 3 minus pi by 2. Okay. So pi by 3 minus pi by 2. So you need to solve it. When you open here, this will become 25 plus 9 plus 30. And this is cos pi by 3 minus pi by 4. So this will become 4 pi minus 3 pi by 12. So actually, solve here. This will become 34 plus 30 cos pi by 12. So from the log table, you need to find what is the cos pi by 12. Okay. So this concept में बता दो. So this answer gives a few part. So R is equal to this 34 plus 30 cos pi by 12. You have to log table से find out करना. The answer is 0.965. So if you multiply with 30, the answer is 28.977. If you do the addition, it's a root of 62.977. So if you use again the log table and if you find the square root of this 62.977, the R, the value of R is 7.936 centimeter because the initial R in the centimeters is centimeter with here. So the radius, the amplitude also in a centimeter. Okay? The first part is over. Let's go for the second one. This epoch, or we can say phase. This is a tan inverse A1 sin phi 1 plus A2 sin phi 2 divided by A1 cos phi 1 plus A2 cos phi 2. You can say require log table. Sure. So what is A1 phi? What is this one? Sin pi by 3 plus this is 3 sin pi by 4. Then A1 is again 5 cos pi by 3 plus 3 sin pi by 4. So that is a tan inverse. Now sin pi by 3, that is sin 60, which is root 3 by 2 plus 3 sin pi by 4, it's a sin 45, that is 1 by root 2. So this is a 5 cos pi by 3, cos 60 is 1 by 2. Sorry, this is cos, this sin cos over. So by mistake. And cos pi by 4 is also 1 by root. Okay, so you have to solve it. So this is a tan inverse root 3 by 2. The values we have 5 into 0.866. Root 3 by 2 is how much? 0.866. 1 by root 2 will have to go down. It's 0.07. Then this is 1 by 2, what is 0.5. And 1 by root 2 is 0.707. तो कोई सब solve करना पड़ेगा. Okay. So if you do all this multiplication, so this will become 4.33 plus 2.12. दोनों का multiplication, and this will become 2.5 plus 5 into 0.5 is 2.5. It's a 2.12. See. So what is your answer? Tan inverse. This will become 6.451. This will become 4.62. Now you need to use log table. Okay. So if you use a log table, so what is that? So this will become. In दोनों का division किया तो we'll get the 1.396. And if you use the tan का inverse, the answer is 54 degree 23 radian. That's your answer. Okay. So 54 degree and 23 minutes we can say. That's your final answer. खत्म. Sum बड़ा था, it will be for 3 marks. Okay. But value अगर same होगा तो you can directly write. You can log table भी कहाँ. Okay. Let's go for the next one. Sure. So next उन्होंने बोला कि potential energy of a particle performing the linear SHM is 0.pi square x square joule. ठीक है? And if the mass of the particle is 20 gram, find the frequency of the SHM. So let's solve this one. What is a given यहाँ पे? Potential energy is a given. What is given? Potential energy. That is 0.1 pi square x square joule, and the mass is given, that is the 20 gram. So we need to convert to kilogram. So 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. And what we need to find? We need to find the frequency. Okay, let's go for the solution. See, first of all, you should know what is the formula of potential energy. It is 1 by half m omega square x square. This formula is the potential energy. So what is the potential energy in the given? It's 0.1 pi square, and that will become x square. So this is half. And what is the mass is given? That is a 20 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now what is omega? See, omega is a 2 pi n. So if I take a square, it will become 4 into pi square into n square into x square. So which quantity will get cancelled? The cancels quantity are pi square, x square, pi square, x square will get cancelled. And what is the remaining point? The remaining point is 0.1. This is 10 into, this is 20 and 4, that is this will become 10 and 4, that is a 40. So 40 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that is become 40 into 10 raised to minus 3, and this will become n square. Okay, so 0.1 is equal to 40 10 raised to minus 2 and n square. What is the n square? The n square is the 0.1 divided by 40 into 10 raised to minus 3. So if you shift this 10 raised to minus 3 up, this will become 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 3 and divide by 40. So this is n square. Okay, so let's modify this one. So we need to find the n now. So n square is given. So if you want to find the n square, let's solve the n square. So what is n square? N square is, this will become 10 raised to minus 4 and divide by 40. Sure. So if you take a square root now, n become square root of 10 raised to minus 4 divided by 40. So what is square root of 10 raised to minus 4? It's a 10 raised to minus 2. And what is square root of 40? So you need to find the square root of 40 by using that log table. So what is the square root of 40? The square root of 40 is a 6.324. And if you again divide it by using the log table, so you'll get some answer. So if you divide this by the log table, so you will get the answer of n. So what is the frequency here? The frequency is 1.581 Hz. Okay. This was answer we will get. We will get this much answer. That is the, sorry, there is something mistake. So 10 raised to minus 3 niche tha na. So this will become up. So it will become 10 raised to plus 2. This will become plus 2. So this will become 100. So this will become 100. And 100 divided by 6.324, 6.324, it will become something like 1.5. Let's hope. So 100 divided by 10. Is there any problem? Let me check. So this is 10 raised to 2. The square will become 10. This will become 10. So 10 divided by 6 point. So 10 divided by 6.324. So it's a 10 raised to 2. Kaise hai? This is 10 raised to minus 1 and divided by 10 raised to minus 3. 10 raised to minus 3, it will go up. 10 raised to minus 3, it will go up. It will become 10 raised to plus 2. Okay. So 10 raised to plus 2 and square root hoga. So this will become 10. So 10 divided by 6.324. This will become 1.5. Okay. Simple one. Let's move to the second one. The total energy of the body of a mass 2 kg is the 40 joule. Total energy there 40 joule, and find its speed while crossing the center of the path. So यहाँ पे total energy दिया है and mass दिया. So what is the given? Given is mass is 2 kg and the total energy is 40 joule. ये दोनों पैरामीटर की. We need to find the speed. We need to find the speed. So what is the total energy? Total energy half of mv max square. Okay. Now we need to find the v max now. that is equal to 2 times total energy divided by mass. So first of all, is 2 into 40 divided by, to get cancelled, the answer is 40. We require the V max only. So if I take a square root of 40, so it's a 6.324. Your last sum here. So yeah, the square root of 40 is a 6.324. Thus, we'll get the answer. Okay, let's go for the next one. At what distance from the mean position? ये देखा है ना, 3 times its potential energy. I think हमने देखा है. Okay, ये देखा. 4 centimeter आंसर आता है. Then the next one is थोड़ा difficult. Let's see. The wooden block of a mass m is kept on a piston that can perform vertical vibration of adjacent frequency and amplitude. ठीक है. During the vibration, we don't want the block to leave the contact with the piston. How much maximum frequency is possible if the amplitude of vibration is restricted to 25? So amplitude दिया है, that is a 25. So in the given, you can write amplitude as 25 centimeters. So that is 25 into 10 raised to minus 2. ठीक है. And G is given. That is G. It's same as pi square, and that is a 10 meter per second square. These two values are given. Okay, and they here mention that is the maximum frequency. Frequency find out. So frequency maximum, that means you are at the highest point. Okay, and then और क्या find out? Energy per. Two find क्या? So two find is the frequency and energy per mass. Energy per unit mass. ये find out. Let's see. So let's go for the solution. See, at the highest point, because you can high force is equal to Ka. ये हमें पता है, that is this is amplitude. ये फॉर्मूला तो पता ही, F is equal to K. So what is the force? यहाँ पे the wooden block मतलब mass, weight आएगा weight, that is mg. K is m omega square. ये भी पता है इसको, that is m get cancel. ठीक है, this m get cancel. So what is the meaning? G is equal to omega square A. See, we need to find frequency, no? So what is omega square? That is A by G. And what is the A? A is a 25 into 10 raised to minus 2. And what is G? G is a 10. So क्या होगा? This will become, let's do it. So this will become omega square is equal to this will become 25 into 10 raised to minus 3. So if you take a square root now, the answer is 5 into 10 into square root of 10. Something like that. If you take it properly, the answer is, let me check, the answer is, yeah, there is one mistake. This mistake is omega square is G by A, not A by G, it's a G by A. This is 10 upon 25 into 10 raised to minus 2. So what is omega? It's a square root of 10, 25 into 10 raised to minus 2. So क्या होगा? Square root 10 divided by 5 into 10 raised to minus 1. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे मैं रब करता हूँ this part. So what is your omega? It's a square root of 10. The square root of 10 सबको पता होना चाहिए. The square root of 10 is how much? That is 3.162. Yeah, value पता होना चाहिए. Square root of 10 is 3.162, and this will become 5. ये ऊपर गया तो 10. So if you divide this all things ना, you will get some answer. लेकिन ये find out करने का omega find out नहीं करता. You need to find the frequency. What is omega? It's a 2 pi n. It's a 2 pi n. This is 3.162 into 10 divided by 5. So what is n? N is 3.162 into 10 divided by 2 into 3.142 into 5. ये सब आपको log table में करना है. So you have to solve this by using log table. ये सब चीज आपको log table से solve करना है. If you solve this one by using the log table, so you will get the n as 1.007 hertz. It is approximately same as 1 hertz. Okay, this is your number of frequency. Frequency to okay. Let's go for the energy per mass unit. See, the total energy is equal to half m omega square a square, but we require E by m. It is a half omega square a square, half as it is See, omega देखा था हमने, omega square is how much? हमने देखा था 3.1462 into 10 divided by 5, ऐसे कुछ भी था. So this is your omega square, and what is your a square? So a square is given, that is 25. So 25 square into 10 raised to minus 2, it will be 10 raised to minus 4. And if you multiply all the things, then you will get the answer as, let me check, this will become, going to get cancelled. So it will become, the answer of E by M is 1.25 joule per kg. This is your answer, 1.25 joule per kg. Okay? Just solve this one, you'll get the answer. This is the formula. Omega square भी पता है, a square भी पता है, m नहीं find करना है, m will go on this side. So let's see the next one. A simple pendulum. Okay, this one is based on the simple pendulum. The simple pendulum of 4 seconds. Period is 4 seconds. How much time after crossing the mean position, the displacement of bob will be 1/3 of its amplitude. See, what is the length? So time दिया 4 seconds, and displacement is amplitude का 1/3. And what we need to find? We need to find the time. So how to find the solution? See, how to find the solution? We need to find the small t. No? See, x is equal to a sin omega t. X is known, but then omega pata hai, we can find from the t. So let's solve. See how to find omega. It's a 2 pi by t. It's a 2 pi by 4. That is a 1 pi by 2. That is omega. So x is a by 3, and a, this is sin omega is pi by 2, and t is omega. So let's solve this. A again cancel. So sin pi by 2 by t. Okay? Just write it. So sin pi by 2 by t. Here. So this is sin pi by 2 t is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, तो ये आंसर है. What is the answer? Sin pi by 2 t is equal to 1 by 3. So मुझे क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? मुझे it is pi by 2 t is equal to sin inverse 1 by 3. And what is the t? It's a 2 by pi sin inverse 1 by 3. Okay, so if you put this answer, so 2 3.142 and sin 1 by root 3 is the some value. यहाँ पे एक value find out करो, sin 1 by root 3. Right. Find the answer sin 1 by root 3. So if you find the answer sin 1 by root 3, this answer is 19.47. So this answer is 19.47. Okay. If you solve this answer, you will get the time as 0.2161 second. So this is your time. Okay. Use the same formula. This is your final answer, 0.2161 second. Okay. Sure. Let's go for the next one. A simple pendulum of a length 100 centimeter, and find the restoring force of this one. Given. What is the length? 100 centimeter. No, 100 centimeter to 1 meter. 1 meter length कहाँ पे होता है? In the second pendulum. Okay. So that means the time is also given. That is 2 seconds. 1 meter length कहाँ पे होता है? In the second span. At that time the time is a 2 seconds. Okay. The mass is how much? 50 gram. So 50 gram means 50 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is kilogram. And displacement, that is a 3 centimeter. 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. And what we need to find? We need to find the restoring force, that is F. Okay, let's solve. So how to find the solution? See, we need to find the f. What is the formula? F is equal to kx. What is k? M omega square x. M पता है, yes, 50 into 10 raised to minus 3. Omega पता है क्या नहीं? So what is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. So how much t? T is a 2. That is a pi. So we can write here pi square. That is 3.142 into 3.12. What is x? 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. So this is 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay. So if you multiply all the things, you will get the final answer. So this answer is 15. So this is 9.1. If 50 into 3, this will become 150. So 150 into 10 raised to minus 5 into 9.87. So if you multiply all the things, the answer is 1.48 into 10 raised to minus 2. So this is a force. The force is always in Newton. So 1.48 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton. This is the answer. Simple. This is for the 1 mark. Yes, sir. So let's see the next one. Find the change in the length of the second pendulum with the acceleration due to gravity. The changes is from this one. So we need to find the acceleration due to gravity दिया है. We need to find the change in the length. Okay. So second pendulum मतलब time is same in both the condition. So what is the G1? G1 is 9.75 meter per second square, and G2 is 9.8 meter per second square. And what we need to find? We need to find the length का change. So what is changing length? L2 minus L1 is how much? The solution, see, we know the formula. See, the formula is how much? Formula क्या है? T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. Both are second pendulum, मतलब it's 2 second only. So the T is C. So this is L1 upon G. This parameter is C. So we can say that square root of Lg is equal to 2 by 2 is a constant. So we can compare both the things. It is square root of L1 G1 is equal to square root of L2 G2. That means L1 G1, L2 G2. It's same. Okay. So let's see. L1 by G1 is equal to L2 by G2. So what is L1 upon L2? So this is G1 upon G2. So G1 upon G2 is 9.75 divided by 9.8. Okay. Let's see. Or we can say L2 minus L1. So we'll take L2 by that will move. So we can say L2 by L1 is equal to G2 by G. So it is a 9.8 divided by 9.75. So if you divide by log 2, answer is 1.005. Okay. So what is your L2 by L1? L2 by L1 is 1.005. Now L2 by L1 is 1.005. Sure. Now what you require? L2 minus L1. So you do subtract on both sides. L2 by L1 minus 1. 1 minus 0.05 minus 2. See, this will become L2 minus L1. This will become 0.05 L1. So what is the change in the length? जो L1 है, that will become 0.05. Now for the initial one, this length is 1 meter. If you want the initial length, that is a 2. What is what? 2 seconds is 1 meter. For the simple second pendulum, the length is 1 meter. If I put this is also 1 meter, so this will become. So how much change in the length? That is 0.005 meter. So we can say the change in length 0.005. This is the answer. Simple. Let's go through. I think this will be last. Yeah, 2 sums are remaining. We'll complete the 2 sums and then we'll stop. So what is the given here? The given is 20 meter wide circular disc of a mass. So wide now. So this This is 20 centimeter by the diameter is. Then mass is 200. So we can convert to kilograms. So 200 into 10 raised to minus 3. Then you can write the और क्या दिया है यहाँ पे degree, that is 60 degrees Celsius. So we can write theta m is 60 degree. Then what you can write 60 मतलब pi by 3. Then you can write time is a 1 second. ना time period is a 1 second. और कुछ दिया है the pi cube is a 30 में, ठीक है? And what something is a given. और कुछ दिया है कि उन्होंने let me check. We calculate the maximum system generated in stream under condition. ठीक है? So diameter is 20. मतलब radius कितना होगा 10 centimeter. It is 10 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. It is same as 10 raised to minus 1 meter. Okay? So ये सब दिया है. Let's we need to find क्या find out करना है यहाँ पे? We need to find the maximum restoring torque. Torque maximum ये find out. Let's go for the solution. See, so for the torque maximum, what you require C into theta. You need to first find C only. Theta तो पता नहीं है. Theta तो पता है, that is pi by 3. So you just find the C only. See how to find C. Omega is equal to square root of C by I. So for that you require this I also. So before that you require omega. So you require omega and I. So let's find the omega and I. Omega is 2 pi upon t. This is 2 pi upon time. The time is 1 second, that is 2 pi. So omega to mil gaya. Then you want I, that is m r square by 2. R square by 2. That is what is m. M is 200 to 10 raised to minus 3. Radius is 10 square into 10 raised to minus 2 square, that is 10 raised to. So ये 10 raised to minus 1 is down. So we can directly get 10 raised to minus 2 because square है ना. This is 2. To get cancelled. So that will become 10 raised to minus 3. So what is I? It is 10 raised to minus 3. That is kg per kg meter square, not per. So W मिल गया, I मिल गया, so we can find the C. So what is omega? Omega is the square root of C by I. So we can take square, that is C by I. So what is C? C is omega square into I. So if I put the value, so C is equal to omega square into I. So what is omega? Omega is 2 pi, so this is 4 pi square. And what is I? I is a 10 raised to minus 3. So what is the answer of C? C is a 4 pi square 10 raised to minus 3. छोड़ दो यार, because we do not require C, we require torque. So what is the torque maximum? So torque maximum is equal to C into theta. What is C? 4 pi square into 10 raised to minus 3 into theta is a pi by 3. Okay, so this will become 4 pi cube by 3 10 raised to minus 3. So यहाँ पे solve करता हूँ. So this will become 31 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. So if you divide all the three answers, it will become 0.4. If you divide all three, you multiply this divide, so it becomes 0.4133. So torque, because torque is a force and displacement, force into displacement. This is answer 0.0413. Okay. So let's see the next one. That will be the last one. Find the number of oscillations performed per minute by magnet vibrating B. So given is B is magnetic field 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 5 Weber per meter square. Or we can get in a Tesla also. Moment of inertia is 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 kg meter square. It's not by meter square, it's kg meter square. Then what we require, the magnetic moment. यहाँ पे magnetic moment is equal to this one. Fine. What we need to find the difference. So let's go for the solution. So we need to find the n. So omega is equal to 2 pi n. So first of all, we require omega. How to find omega? See, omega is equal to square root of mu bi. ये फॉर्मूला पता होना चाहिए. So what is mean? That is 3. What is B? So this is 3 into 10 raised to minus 6. So 3 get cancelled. Okay. So this will become 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 5 into 10 raised to plus 6. क्या होगा? This will become 1.6 into 10. Okay. So what is your omega? So omega is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 1. So it will become 1.160 into 10 raised to minus 2. That is 4 into 10 raised to minus 1. So what is your omega? Omega is 0.5, 0.4. Am I correct? Let me check. This will become plus 1. No? This is plus 1. This will become 16. This will become 4. Okay. Let me check it. Let me check. See, this was 10, 3 8 cancel 1.6 and this will become 10 raised to plus 1. So this will become 16. So what is your omega? Omega is 4. You have to put omega is 4. So if omega is 4, and it's omega upon 2 pi. So what is your omega? It's a 4 divided by 2, and this is pi. This is pi. Okay, this is 3.14. So this will become 2 by 3.142. This is n. So what is your n? If you divide it correctly, so 4 upon 2 pi. So n is omega upon 2 pi. So this is the 4 divided by 2 pi. Okay, तो ये हो गया. Now what is the required number of oscillation per unit? ये किसमें? ये second inverse में. Because it's second inverse. You need to multiply by the minute. मतलब second को convert करना minutes में. तो 1 second is equal to 60 second is equal to 1 minute. So second is equal to 1 minute by 60. So this is a second inverse one. So second मतलब ये क्या होगा? 1 by 7. And what is second? This is 1 by 16. So this 60 will go up. So 4 by 2 pi into 60. So if you divide this 2 into 60 by pi. So what is your answer? This answer is n by 120 by pi. So 120 by pi, your answer is 38.19 oscillations per minute. 38.19. Okay. So this is your last sum. All the sums from the oscillations board. Yeah, all the sums from the oscillations board. Okay. What something? You can simple. You can know the formula. You can easily solve. Okay. So we stop.